So a week later of doing nothing and Steam sales and Christmas, we're back with the 1,000-Year Door low hard run, where we're still in the Koopa Brothers fortress, going about. We saw that the yellow Koopa was toying around with that thing there, but we're not gonna fall for that. We're not gonna fall for that. Instead, we'll fall for this. I don't think I've explained it, that it's really hard to figure out the paratroopers' attacks when they go for a first strike. It's kind of hard to tell because sometimes they'll attack you and it won't count, but it will like count sometimes. Like I think it's like at the end of the attack animation where they still have the sprite for the attack animation, it still won't count. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, I really hate to bring up 1,000-Year Door again, but those sort of attacks were pretty much polished later on with the paratroopers. I do believe there were paratroopers in that game. So, yeah, that's the battle. We beat up a bunch of guys. That's about it. We got stuff for it. And there's a key with the door. So we got no place to go. Everything's locked behind and over. So the only thing that we have to do that's totally new to us is to hit that block, even though it's pretty obvious that it's a trap. Even if the first time we know it's a trap, it's always been a trap. But this is just one of those traps where you have to like do the trap anyways, or else the story will progress, which is happening right now. This place looks a bit familiar, like the Bob-omb prison from earlier. It pretty much is. There's an HP block here, meaning that something might happen further on. But as we stay, maybe we can talk to the Bob-ombs. I mean, that one in the middle, the pink one, she's totally not going to be of any importance to us. Though I think these other Bob-ombs could be a little bit more helpful than giving us text. Which I guess is exactly what they're doing. I don't actually know why I decided to talk to these guys. Maybe it's like, oh yeah, people will probably want to know about the Koopa Brothers, and they're just like, well, that one pretty much explains the Koopa Brothers and why the Bob-ombs are here, because they're working as slave labor, which is kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, Bob-ombs are usually just people that blow up, I suppose. So I don't really know what's there to be nice about. So, really, there's no reason to talk to these guys. I decided to do it anyways, but you have to talk to the pink one instead, which things get interesting later on. So she's a partner! Who knew? That wasn't much of a surprise. I bet you all knew that anyways. But hey, we can finally show her how much she can do other than blowing up by fighting the same Koopa and Bob-omb combination that we've been fighting in this entire fortress. So with Bob-omb, as I try to figure out on what I would do, Bob-omb has two abilities. She can explode like this, which can do a lot of damage. Probably like the most damage that she can do up to the point. Takes a lot of flower power though. And she can also do the body slam, which is just a basic attack that goes for 2. So that's another hammer that we have, just in case if we needed one. But it also explodes, so that's actually pretty neat. Bob-omb at this point is not really that useful, I would say. But she can help in some ways. Such as the point with exploding that deals like a lot of damage for what it is, 5-4 on one enemy. Which can pretty much kill anything, but maybe if we have a lot more FP, then maybe that will actually work better. So now we have to go back and get those hearts because, well, we have to. I mean, we used up a few FP, so we gotta get those back. And like I said, with Bob-omb, she's not useful, but she can do this. She can actually finally break those giant cracks in the walls, as I've been meaning to do in such a long time. It's been over a week since I've actually done that, even though this video was recorded a couple days ago. I think a couple days ago, I don't even know. And there's another crack in the wall, and we'll see what's inside that wall. There's a treasure chest, and we can get something out of it. The refund badge. Refund is kind of useless if you want some money out of using items in battle. That's what it does. It basically gives you coins in battle for every item that you use. It's not much. Mostly if you're gonna use it, probably just use it on the dropped items and not like bought items, because you'll be getting half of what you got. But then again, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, there's one thing I do want to talk about, and it's this puzzle right here. This, took me a bit of a while to do, to actually figure out on how to do this puzzle. I mean, as you can see, it's really hard. Like, you're probably, like, thinking, wow, I don't know how he did that, and I'm like, I don't even know how I did this. Like, I had to, like, look up a walkthrough, an FAQ for this, and it just really seems so hard to explain. And then after like 50 tries of this puzzle, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go through it once and that's it. And well, that's the final take actually. Took me about an hour to get through that. It was a hard puzzle. More fighting, less fighting. I don't know. I really dislike on how most of the dungeons in this game have like the same combination of enemies. It's mostly like the Bob-ombs and Koopas in this here. While I think the next one is more of the same. In fact, I think most of the enemies of the next dungeon are just one enemy. Well, 3 actually. But still, 2 enemies in here doesn't really seem to do much other than, oh hey, it's just a Koopa and a Bob-omb. They're kind of different in some ways. A Goomba would actually be a little bit more like a breath of fresh air, even with the spiked Goomba, but nah. I guess it kind of realizes that the Goombas are really just poor labor. That was me, like, pressing the wrong button, or tilting the wrong side of the stick. But we got a fortress key out of that. And now we can finally use this key to go use it on that keyhole. Not really much of a puzzle, but okay. And we got a switch to press. What does the switch do? There. Oh no. This happens. It's really convoluted. I don't know why they would put this up here, but hey. And there's 2 Koopas on there, which will lead to more pointless fighting. I don't think I've explained it, but the Koopas here aren't even as better as the Goombas. Because you can like tilt them over once and they fall off. And they can't really do anything about it. The Koopas actually get better like further on to the game, but at this point they're as useless as the Goombas are. Maybe more useful than the Goombas, I would say. It's really sad when they make like a new enemy, but it's as useless as Goombas are. But hey, you know, I don't know what to say about that. It's Nintendo, it's intelligent systems. And it's a Bob-omb. No, I thought I was gonna say, this is the first time we've seen like two Bob-ombs alone, but no. Well, the Bob-ombs don't really just do much, you just gotta learn how to like, not jump on them and then you'll not get hurt by them. If you the bomb bed, you can get hurt if you try to body slam them, because that's more like a more physical attack. We got a smash charge badge out of fighting those two. I won't really be using the smash charge badge a lot or any of the charges because they're not really that good, and this is here me organizing some badges. I think I put on the refund. Yeah, I put that on, and I'm like, well, seeing that's the free one, I'll put that on just in case if I do want to show that off, which I think I do. Maybe at this point, end this cutscene. I have no idea why I decided to put this remix of the airship theme from Mario 3 in, but it is fucking awesome, I will have to say that. I guess it's kind of like a tribute to it, because you're fighting bullet bills, which, unless if you're grinding, I wouldn't really recommend, like, fighting them. There is a good little grinding system right here. I think this is the only part where you can actually grind up for star points, because they will keep coming and they'll drop like maybe a few, but they'll still keep coming. Whereas most of the times the enemies do like respawn, but they only respawn if you leave that sort of area. And with this, I tried to like use Bob-omb as the attack, which you can't do to enemies, but the bullet bill blasters aren't really placed right. So I think putting them in between will actually be good. And you can take out just one with that attack. They all have 4 health and they have 1 defense. They have no attack, but the bullet bills do have an attack. At like maybe 2 or 1. And when it comes to grinding, all you gotta do is to keep like 2 of these bullet bill blasters up, and they'll fire bullet bills, and they have like 2 health each. And they'll still keep coming as long as you keep the bullet bill blasters up. So if you want to grind it a lot for star points, just keep those bullet bill blasters alive to keep up with the bullet bills. I think there's actually a cap for the star points, which is I guess 50, but that's still a lot even at this point. With the only downside, they only appear only once, so you'll only get like 50 star points after a battle from all of that. But hey, what did I do here again? Oh yeah, the pretty lucky. I decided to get that because I think enemies missing me a lot will be a lot more better with the little health that I have. As of with the upcoming boss that we'll fight, well, let's see what we're in for in this first boss battle of Paper Mario. Already, we're fighting the final boss. I mean, Bowser really decided to think, Hey, I can take out Mario anytime with this Star Rod. I can take him down now. So with Bowser, as strong as he is, he's got 10 HP and 1 attack and 1 defense. So you better be careful what you do with this guy because he's really tough. Though, I did charge my hammer up, so that does some good damage. Not really good damage, you're quite better off just using regular attacks on Bowser. I mean, he's really powerful, he's really hard to beat, but save up your power, save it all up. You don't know what's gonna come up for you, except that I do it anyway. I just really don't know why they decided to put Bowser right up here. I mean, this is like a really short game that Bowser is here fighting us. And he's invincible. I don't know how we can stop him with the Star Rod. It's really convincing that Bowser is really kicking our ass. I mean, we got 10 health. 10 health. We can't really defeat Bowser like this. Oh, we beat him anyway. I don't know how much I can keep up with that anyway, so that's a fake Bowser. It's pretty easy to beat because he's got 1 attack and you can defend yourself. It's pretty simple to do. So here's the main recipe, folks, the Koopa Brothers. They all have 5 HP, which adds up to 20, and counting the fake Bowser, that's 30 HP for fighting both bosses. With the Koopa Brothers, they seem to have a special attack where they all stack up and they can take you on, which doesn't really do much health anyway. I mean, the special attack really isn't much as long as you can defend it, but if you don't, it's a kick in 4. So, defend at your own risk, because it's actually hard to defend, it's actually fast and stuff. And as we hit on them, they're quite invincible. We actually haven't damaged them, so the thing we have to do is to do the Axe command twice with Mario and his partner. Or you can use Bob-omb's bomb, and that will actually go down once, even without the action command. But that takes a lot. I decided to use the Thunderbolt because I realized that's a 5 attack, and that takes them down in 1 hit, with at least for one of them. They all are just pretty much just regular Koopas anyway. If you like jump on them, they'll go on the shell and they won't get back up for a bit of a while. I decided to take on that guy with the power bounce, but I couldn't because I am so bad at power bouncing. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually played this game. And the thing is, the less Koopas they have with the stack, the less attack it will be. So it is quite recommended to get them down a lot. Even though it's 2, it's still quite a lot, more than 1. So we gotta take them all down until they're up to 1. One thing what's actually interesting is that you can mix up the Koopas as well. It's really minor, but like if that black one got up and he can hop on them, it'll be black on top. I think that actually can happen, but I'm not sure. I don't think I showed it off. So our health is pretty low, so I decided to heal myself up. There is going to be a lot of healing in this game that I kind of realized, because I never really heal when I upgrade my HP. But with this, we're going to be healing a lot. And that was pretty lucky. Sometimes enemies will miss you. It's just really random. There's no tell of it. It's like with a close call. It'll only miss you. It will only miss you if you're in danger. And that's the power bounce. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. As long as the enemy has like a lower defense than the jump attack does, it will be pretty good. You can do a lot more damage with it. And there's only 1 Koopa left, and well, really not much. We can just take him on like it's a regular Koopa. Also, if you don't notice, the music in this boss battle is a remix of the Hammer Brothers theme for Mario 3. So there's a lot of Mario Brothers 3 influence in here, in both music and atmosphere, which I kind of like. Unfortunately, that's the end of the chapter. And that's it. That's the end of the chapter. This here just tells you about what's to come and explain what happened. I don't really know. But hey, 10 HP so far. It's been easy, but it's gonna get trivial from here on out. So maybe we'll see what happens next time on Paper Mario, a low HP run. So see you next time, folks. Hope you had fun.